Short Discourse Syndicates FN Hangout. I am the captain, your Captain RG3, bringing it to you one more Friday night. Hoping your Friday night's not messed up and you're sitting at home with nothing to do. I hope there's a reason why you're here. Glad to see all of you. Hello to the chats. Hello to everybody coming in. It looks like we got some conversations with Kent. Yo, how you doing? How you doing? Phoenix Walker, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Antarip online. Welcome. And Crispy is not from India. I repeat, Crispy is not from India. Crispy, man. I'm trying to think of who. You know what? It was I got that cigar from Triplet Dad. Yeah. But thank you for the ones that you've given me. I had a really good one. What was it? Day before yesterday? Whew, man. Love my cigars. Love my cigars. But hey, cigars are going to start getting expensive. So grab your sticks now. I was just talking to the guys over at Small Batch. They are raising the prices of everything. Tariffs are going to hit them, and they're getting ready to pump up the prices of the cigars. So I am loading up right now and give me a couple of boxes of some of my favorites. I've already got a pretty good stash. My humidor is full, and fill it up a little bit more just to get me through whatever hard times we may have to go through. That little bit of pain we're supposed to go through. A little bit of pain. We're going to go through a little bit of pain. Melv Tony, good to see you. Good to see you. At least we finally had an up week. We did. I see that. I'm looking at the chart right now. Let's I don't do this. Let's let's see. Let's see here. There it is. All right, let's add this. Let's see. Here's the Hex Daily Stats from Hexfire. Let's see. There's the charts. Pull up the charts. Look at that. Yeah. Oh, this is a t-shirt price. I'm sorry. Where is I just had it up. Doggone it. Why did it flip over? Well, anyway, there's the price charts right there. You probably can't see them, huh? I know I can't. On the PulseChains, we are at just above a half a penny, and at 0.006 USD. T-shirt price is $229 USD. And on Ethereum, what a bargain. $65 USD for a T-share. Look at that. Wow. Why would you buy T-shares anywhere else? And USD price is 0.002. Not too far away from the P-Hex. Look at that. Look at me, guys. I'm doing charts. Oh, what's up, Phoenix Walker? I live in Ybor, cigar capital of Florida. I'll get some cigars for the old chest. Oh, bro, dude, don't tease me like that. Do not play with my emotions. Please don't play with my emotions. I'm going to move this over here this way. That'll make it easier. Yeah, man, I gotta get to Florida. They've got some of the most beautiful lounges in Florida. I was out there with Walrus. I think it was for the maybe it was for the screening of the movie, and we went to one of the lounges out there. Man, what an awesome lounge. Panama. I'm telling you guys, I think I gave Crispy one of these, a Valentino Cieto Robusto. Man, what an awesome cigar that is. Great cigar. I know. You know what's funny? So I used to be like a few times a year cigar smoker. And then over the past few years, I've got some really good buddies that are real into cigars. Like they got walk-in humidors at their houses and stuff, 2000 cigars and old stuff and rare stuff and crazy shit. And so I started smoking more cigars. Before I knew it, like a everydayer thing now, little every day. But what I found is that the people that I go and talk to in the lounge, and crypto conversations always come up, and they're willing to, when you, I don't know, a lot of you know this, but when you sit down and smoke a cigar, you got to give it a good, I mean, the shortest cigar is going to take you like 45 minutes to smoke. You know what I mean? Not the shortest, but this small cigar. It's going to take you about 45 minutes to smoke a cigar. And that's a long time to have a decent conversation with somebody. Now, the bigger cigars, you're going to sit there. You can sit there for a couple of hours smoking a cigar. You know, and so you're getting some really good conversations. Now, these are people have expendable income and have time to sit around in a lounge and smoke a cigar. So I've been really having a good time sitting in the lounges, and you know, whatever city I go to, running around, whatever country I'm in, I'll go hit a lounge, and what a great conversation and piece is to be able to talk about crypto with people, and then give them your link, and they can go see everything and see what's going on PulseChain and all that. And just, man, I'm really digging it. We're actually getting ready to start up a show that we're going to do. Oops, let me turn that off. We're going to do a cigar lounge show. That's going to be fun, but not going to be sending it to crypto bros. It's going to be just cigar folks, because I want to keep that separate and private. Okay, let me see here. Pull this up. All right. So before I bring everybody on, I'm going to talk about something that was going on this week. Enough talk about my off time, my love, my cigars. Excuse me. Wanted to talk about the Rabby incident real quick, and get into it with everybody and let them know how I feel about all this and whatnot. So we all know the Rabby Wallet stopped supporting PulseChain. Now, not that there isn't other wallets out there, and not that we don't have a native, PulseChain wallet called Internet Money or OKX that are great. Rabby Wallet was the one that a lot of us, started using because of MetaMask dumping us. And so they had a good wallet. They had a really good wallet. I will not say that Rabby Wallet was probably one of the best wallets that I've ever used. It was a great wallet. It was very intuitive. It made things easy. Add tokens, add chains, all that kind of stuff. It was a great wallet. And they deserved all of the promotion that it got from me. I would help onboard people with it. We would, a lot of people, we turned to Rabby Wallet. And all of a sudden, kind of out of nowhere, after this, we had PDI wars last, few weeks. And then all of a sudden, Rabby Wallet decides to shut down support for PulseChain. Kind of out of the blue. And that made a mess. Because anybody who was just using Rabby, my phone was ringing. People were like, "Oh, my coins are gone." No, your coins aren't gone. Wallet just stopped supporting you. And it gave me another opportunity to educate people on what their seed phrase means, and how that wallet isn't their tokens. And that wallet is just an interface that shows them what's on the blockchain. Basically, that's all a wallet is, unless you're using it to store your seed phrase, which I totally am against anybody using those wallets as they're keeping their seed phrase on. You should always be using a hardware wallet and just using those things to interface. But the UI was great. I mean, it acted as close to a real world banking ledger as it possibly could, given all the other, chain analysis bull crap on the scanners and whatnot that make everything super confusing for regular folk. But it did a great job. It did a really good job. And I was happy with it. And then, of course, I use Internet Money Wallet. and have no problems with that. Everything's fine. But the people that I'd onboarded and had been using it for a while, and even some of the things that I've used it for, were no longer there. And it made things difficult, and it scared a lot of people, and unnecessary phone calls, and a lot of stuff happened to the community as far as that goes. And one more time, it's a delisting. One more time, it's a kick in the teeth. One more time, it's dust in the face. One more time, it's crypto turning their back on us, on the DeFi community, on the community that's out here spitting out a spleen for DeFi, being true DeFi, growing organically, making things happen. Yeah, we fight with each other. Yeah, we make fools of ourselves sometimes. But just a slap in the face. And no explanation. Had they given an explanation, had there been a good explanation, my reaction might have been different. But they didn't. So my reaction to their action was to say, hey, these guys don't want to give us an explanation as to why they're shutting us down. They're causing us harm. I'm going to give them a review of how I feel about that and the harm that it's caused me, my friends, my family, the people that I've onboarded onto it, the people that have using it, and anybody else who feels the same might want to give them a review and tell them how you feel. And everybody did. And within a day or two, their ratings went down from 3.5s to 1.5s to 1s. They lost a few points all over the place. And then I saw the fucking pitchforks come out. Now, I don't know if it was just a handful of maybe Rabby supporters that came in there and tried to stir things up or whatever. But literally, people were coming after me in my DMs and everything else, telling me how fucked up it was that I did that. How fucked up it was that we're crying about a free wallet. Once again, probably trolls, but this community, the people in this community that say shit like that. Let me go back in the back machine again and tell you guys a little incident that happened. So we had a coin aggregating site or a coin a measurement site, whatever, what the fuck you call them. Anyway, like CoinMarketCap is called Nomics. And Nomics was listing us. We had decent conversations with the owner, Clay. He and I became friends. And he calls me one day and says, "Hey man, look, I've got to talk to you about something. We got something we've got to do here, and we're going to pull the OA wallets liquidity off of the market cap off the market cap, all the coins, because we see what Richard's doing. It's kind of a treasury, blah blah blah." And I said, "That's not the right thing to do, man." And I said, I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's right. Playing by the rules." And he decided that it just seemed fair that he pulled that down. And I warned him against it and told him that I didn't think it was right and that he was going to get backlash for it. And he told me, "Thanks for the, thanks, but this is what we got to do." I said, "Okay, that's fine. You do what you got to do." And he did. And boy, it pissed the fucking Hexicans off, man. Hexicans were pissed. One of them to this day is still mad at me because of that. And I won't say his name, but he knows who he is. And he is still mad at me. But I'll tell you why. So when it all came down, I said, "Hey, c'est la vie. That's what Nomics is going to do. So what? Move on. It's only going to make us stronger, because now hey, we were number 3. Now we're number 15 or whatever it dropped us down to. I forget what it dropped us down to. And I didn't give a shit really, because it was market cap. And at the time, market cap didn't mean shit. And plus, Coin Market Cap was ranking us on freaking page 201 anyway. You know, the one that everybody looked at. And nobody was really using nomics but us. But they were the only ones who were being really honest about the whole thing until they removed the OA's coins. Well, it got heated, and the Hexicans came after nomics hard. Hexicans came hard at nomics. And I told them, I said, told you, bro, here it comes. And they did all kinds. You could even hear it in the movie. He talks about it in the movie, how they came after him. And but I got a phone call from him, and he said, "Yo, RG, check this out, man." He goes, "I don't mind these guys memeing me, you know, naked in bed with CZ and all this other stuff." He goes, "But I'm getting death threats, and they're talking about doing stuff to my kids and shit." And he goes, "Could you just, you know, tell them to back off a little bit?" And I was like, "What?" I said, "No, come on, man, not this community. They're not doing stupid shit like that, right?" And he said, "Yeah, man, it's getting ugly. And you know, if it's all fine to protest and this and that, but I mean, come on." I said, "No, you're right." So I went to the community and said, "Hey guys, fucking back off. You know, you don't need to act violent, threaten people, do stupid shit like that. That's not right." Oh boy, you would think that I freaking, whoo, man, like I took their favorite toy away or something. They fucking came at me and were pissed off at me for not going after nomics and say what I want. And I told a couple of them that were streaming at the time. They don't stream anymore. I told a couple of them, I said, "Hey, you guys stream. The community listens to you. You have an accountability to who you are out here in public. And you got to realize that there's some crazy motherfuckers out there." We had a dude in Hexican community that was on this show. That went into an apartment complex in LA, caused some trouble, got kicked out by a security officer, and on his way out, shot and killed the security officer. And the dumb motherfucker fell asleep on a bus stop with his gun. That was a Hexican, guys. Hexican did that. He's in prison now. But we got some stupid motherfuckers out there. We got some sick motherfuckers out there. You guys know who you are, and you people know who they are too. So check this out. If you're out here talking to the public, you got to be careful about how you rile some of these motherfuckers up, because they do some stupid shit. But no, it came at me hard. "No, RG, fuck that, man. We can say whatever we want. We can do whatever we want. We'll go as hard to the paint as we want, man." I said, "No, you're faking the funk, man. You guys have an accountability to make sure people ain't doing stupid shit. So yeah, take it to the edge, but don't go over there. Because we got some stupid motherfuckers here that will do some stupid shit. Call in pipe bomb threats and stupid shit like that. Swatting people, doing stupid, just fucking ridiculous, man. What kind of shit is that?" So anyway, with this thing here, with Rabby. So I get shit for trying to reel it back in a little bit, right? Reel it back in. Trying to be a good human being and not let people make death threats. And then I say to do a public protest and give somebody a unfavorable rating about how you feel about them fucking you over, and people are crying. "Oh, that's their business, RG. You're getting something for free and you're crying? RG, don't do that." You fucking can't win around here. You can't win. You can't win. You motherfuckers, some of you, just gotta fucking cry no matter what. Well, anyway, I think that they got what they deserved. Now, I heard that some of our whales, sharks, went to them and said, hey, man, don't shut it down. What can we do to make this stay? Blah, blah, blah. And I heard that fell on deaf ears. And that they told us to basically, go fuck ourselves. That's what I heard. Now, I can't prove that. I can't say that's for sure, but that's what I heard. And if that be the case, I don't feel bad one little bit about what's going on with them. And here's the other thing. If they would have gave us a reach around and said, hey, this is what we're got to do, and this is why. Like, for instance, it was costing them too much money or whatever to support it, too much bandwidth. Whatever technical excuse you have to give, whatever, that would have sufficed. And I would have been displeased and, moved on, said a couple of shitty things about them or whatever. And it probably wouldn't have affected them, whatever, wouldn't have affected their ratings. But you know what? This time it mattered. This time there was no explanation. This time it was another slap in our face. And it was done well. It was done well. Now, I'm not going to say everybody whose comments, of course, we probably had the bad comments go in there and talk shit and whatever. Mine was harsh, but fair, but definitely fair. I was fair with it. But here's the thing. This is the thing that, Rabby be damned or whatever. Eat that stew. All done. Move on. If they come back, they fix things, great. I'll give them a better rating. Fix things and I'll give you a good rating, Rabby. And I think everybody else here might too, if you come back. That would show good faith. Showing good faith to the Hexicans, we do things right. We do things the right way. And do things the wrong way, we're going to do things the right way and defend ourselves. And that's what I am proud of. I am proud of the fact that this community can get together and show up in force in a courtroom and fill it up. See how many people showed up for XRP's court case. See how many people showed up for court case, Celsius or FTX or any of them. See if any of their supporters showed up for them. Now, we blew that out. We had 75 people there. We have 44,000 signatures supporting PulseChain, freedom of speech, and Richard Hart. We put together enough money to make a full feature film. I think it was $3 million. Make a film. We sponsored a NASCAR with $600,000. We've done some shit, man. This community has done some shit. And it should be known by now that we are a powerful. I mean, look at all the coins that we pumped. Look at all the money you fools been giving away. I mean, shit. We'll give away coins to a fucking broken crypto. Oof. Motherfucking Coke could be bad and we give it damn money. Oh my hell. Richard will tell you, don't buy this shit. And you motherfuckers will buy it. That's how powerful this community is. This community is fucking badass. Nobody can fucking touch this community. So I'm proud that we have that kind of force, man. We have that kind of force to go out and do the things that we do. In one day, they dropped their ratings down to 1. 1 day. One single fail swoop of a day. That was obvious how strong this community is. So the fact that we are, that strong, I appreciate, the efforts that the community does. Now, I think that this needs to be done in a rational way. I think that, Rabby still has to respond, and, they put pain on people. I'm sorry. And that's what they deserve. That's what they deserve. Oh, here he comes. Hey, Christopher, you going to come in? Let's see. It's so obvious that you haven't grown a brand, not a successful business guy. Why would anyone want to deal with this slandering and hate just for supporting DeFi? You know what, Christopher? You haven't been around here for 6 years, obviously, because we've been supporting everything DeFi. We've been doing everything DeFi. We've been doing everything right. And every time we turn around, we get slapped in the face. Every time. And when I do try and reel it back, I just explained, I don't know if you missed the first fucking 10 or 15 minutes. But when I first tried to explain it, I didn't go hard enough in the paint for the community at times. And of course we need to build relationships. What do you think I do? I don't see you out there running around the world, gathering people at events. I don't see you streaming and opening up the stream to everybody. I just see you armchair quarterbacking and talking about how good of a marketer you are. Well, go out there and market, buddy. You go do it. I'm doing it. Sit here, making comments about me and what I'm doing. I'm moving the needle, bitch. I just moved the needle. This community just moved the needle against somebody who slapped us in the face. Slander. You know how many people got hurt because of this? You know what that could have caused? I don't know if you remember, but a few years ago, a young man went and leverage traded $750,000. He woke up in the morning and his Robinhood app, I believe it was, or some one of those stupid fucking apps, was at zero. At zero. The kid was so distraught. You know what he did? You know what he did, Christopher? He stuck a fucking gun in his mouth and ate it because somebody fucked up. That's how serious this shit is. That's how serious this shit is. You people, man. This is how things get done. Sitting back and letting people get away with things like this. What do you think ratings are for? Was I supposed to keep my 5-star rating up there for Rabby? After, with no explanation, they dumped me. They dumped my whole community. The community I helped build. The community I shilled their wallet to. My name was on it, giving everybody, Rabby is badass. It's a good wallet. My onboards, my family, my friends, the people that not only do they trust me with the value that they put in crypto, but me as a human being, my relationships, I sent them to something that rug pulled on them without an explanation, and then I have to go and clean up the mess? I'm sorry, Christopher, but you're wrong. I don't need your help. You can come on here and explain everything you want. I'm not sitting here marketing for Rabby. I'm building a community that's trying to build DeFi. I don't have a product to sell. My people use products in DeFi. These people support DeFi. They've always supported true DeFi. And they continuously get slapped in the face. And you want them to roll over? You want them to take it in the chops for some company, some people we don't even know who they are? There's the link, bro. Come on in. Come on in. I'll let you speak. And I'll tone it down because I do want to have a decent conversation with you, because I'm not angry with you. I'm not. I understand your point. But as I said, I've backed off on some of these things before in the past and said, hey, don't send death threats. And people have come after me and gotten angry with me. Still to this day, it's people that I thought I used to call friends won't even, talk to me because I didn't go hard enough on nomics. Because I said, hey, stop being so harsh, guys. They're sending death threats. I don't think I told anybody to send a death threat to Rabby. I didn't tell anybody to do anything like that. I said, tell them how you feel about what just happened. There is a rating system up there for a reason. And we as a community, hey, if it was only 3 of us using the app, then it wouldn't have mattered, right? And then they could have just said, fuck you guys. Only a handful of you. But no, they did it to a bunch of us. If it wasn't a bunch of us, it wouldn't have affected them as it did. In business, that's called merit. That's called capitalism. That's called you put out a good product, you put out a good service, you get good ratings, you get more customers, you do better. That's business, bro. I'm sorry. If you're doing something wrong to your customers, to the people that are there bringing other users to you, that may be trading and doing other things, whatever, advertising, whatever you're doing, you want users on your wallet. Why would you send your users away? Not even send them away. Didn't even say, hey, go away. We don't want your kind around here. They eliminated them. Eliminated them. Kicked them off their wallet. Kicked them off. Said, no, you can't use our wallet no more. I mean, I don't know what you want. I don't know what you're asking for. I don't think anybody here, Quinn, I remember, yeah, see, and I did go hard, but I didn't go hard enough, some said. But I wasn't gonna threaten somebody's well-being or their family or anything like that. That's not how it goes. That's not how this goes. Say what you want, be angry with them, not like what they did. I told Clay I didn't like what he did. I told Clay that he was going to get pushback on it. I gave him pushback myself. And look where he ended up. He ended up having to shut the thing down. And I know it wasn't because of us. I know it was because of he couldn't take the crypto space anymore because it was just like this. He's a businessman and he just couldn't do business here anymore. All this stuff was too wonky. It's too tough. All right, I think we got Christopher coming in. Dun, 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 dun. Let me chill out because I want to be good to Chris and let him listen, or let me listen, because I know he probably has something good to say, and I probably will agree with him. However, he's going to have to listen to what I have to say. Your stuff's not connected, Chris. I see you in there, but your stuff's not connected. Rip City says the best thing we can do is build something better. Push us into a corner, Ace, to see what happens. We will persevere. Yes, of course. Of course, that's what we do. We use our homegrown stuff. We use internet money. We do alternatives. I see you in the green room, Chris, but your stuff's not up. You're not connected. Your audio and your visuals not connected. Let's see. Conversation. Kent says, I never use Rabby Wallet. Wallet protocols are a dime a dozen. Shucks Phantom Wallet is phenomenal. And it's totally different chain. Yeah. Internet money works. OX has a wallet also that works really well. So there's a couple of things out there. But like I said, that was really dangerous. When a person goes in to look at their crypto and they're new, or they're not as well educated as most of us are, they open up a wallet like that. Like I said, remember that kid that ate a bullet a few years ago because he opened his wallet and it was zero, and it was a fucking mistake, man. It wasn't even that he lost his money. It was a mistake. And it showed his balance at zero and he thought he got washed. He thought he got fucking rinsed. And he ate a bullet. Fucking devastated his family forever. They'll never be the same. All over a mistake. Stuff like this is important, man. It's important. I think we got him now. Hold on a second. Let's pull him up. There you go. Your camera's not working and you're muted. So unmute yourself. And if you don't want to turn on your camera, that's okay.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Christopher. Go ahead. I can't see you. Okay. Don't worry about it.
I'm okay. Look, hi, Captain RG3. What's going on? It's look. You don't under. I know you're very upset. You're very angry about my comments, but I want to make you reassure that I hold 99% of Reacher hard coins. I am been in this community for the last 4.5 years. I have seen it come and go. A lot of scams going on, and I just think that as you being a leader in this community, because you have said that you have made multiple millions and you have done very well for yourself, and you kind of a voice within the community, right? Like you're sort of the uncle Captain RG3. Look, I respect you, and for me, anyone's that promote Hex, PulseChain, PulseX, and Incentive Coin, they got my full support. And I'm up to like, subscribe, give them a like, comment. And I've been done this for the last 4 years every day, constantly. This is what I do in my free time after I work. This is what I do after my training. I spend hours supporting this community. I support streamers. I literally share with colleagues, business. And it comes into a time where I had seen it many times where I think we lack on building a brand that other companies and other business or startup may not really help us for the behavior that I have seen in the last few days with Rabbit. When, yes, we have the power of the community, we have the power of, we are so many, we're passionate, we love, but I think we have to do a lot of work on creating relationship, creating that kind of like, in this situation is like, hey, dynamics, I was almost there. I don't remember if it was when that happened, but I did remember seeing Hex at number 3 in the dynamics. And for me, that was awesome. For me, that was like, oh shit, why is it dynamics and not in CoinMarketCap or in Crypto.com or CoinGecko? What's going on? And I prefer and I choose to stand by the Hex community, even though I bought the 25 cent on the way down, right? So I do not appreciate that try to offend someone that has a different opinion of you, even though you don't know me, and I don't appreciate that sort of kind of behavior because
Wait,
even though you
let me stop you there for a
just
second.
to finish, even though you can treat me that way or other people that have different opinion, I will never gonna go away. I'm not gonna go away. I'm here and I'm gonna stay here for the next 15 years.
Treat you how? I didn't treat you anyway. I told you
Nah, it's just,
I didn't say anything about you. I said that what we've done wasn't wrong, and you were saying that it was wrong. I wasn't saying anything about you personally, or I just said that why would I support Rabby or back off of Rabby or have the community back off of Rabby and not give them an honest rating for what they did? Do you think that the people that were hurt out there deserved what Rabby did?
okay, that's a good question. So what did Rabby do? Did Rabby like have all of our coins now?
That's not
Did
the
Rabby still? No, but that's my question though. That's my
Rabby.
question.
Rabby was being utilized by the community. We
Okay.
promoted it to our friends, our family, people that got into crypto. We onboarded
Like
through it.
I did. I
We,
did all of them. They all have Rabbit.
so now, if you had a Rabby wallet, you had lots of addresses in there. One day, one fell swoop, all of your addresses were non-operational on PulseChain. That means that you have to migrate off everything that you have onto another wallet. Now, there's a lot of people out there who are new that don't even look at their crypto but once every couple weeks or month or whatever. And now my phone's ringing because people are like, oh, my crypto's gone. My crypto's gone. I'm looking at my wallet and say, no, your crypto's not gone. Here's what's happened. Oh my gosh. So without an explanation, they've created a mess. Not only do you have to migrate, your onboards have to migrate. You have to figure out how to use a different wallet. You have to retrain them. The awesome wallet that Rabby was, we no longer have, and we supported them 100%. 100%
Okay.
we supported them. Now, there is a rating on the app, and I rated them a 5. I rated them a 5. It was a great wallet. I think that they did the best job of UI out there as far as a wallet goes. It was the most beautiful.
Absolutely agree. The best wallet to use out there in the whole market, and that's so true.
They took it away from us and caused us pain, and now we can't use it without an explanation. Do I still
Come on,
up there? Do I give them a 5 for that?
So what, RG3? So what if the onboard call you and they have to migrate to Internet Money Wallet or something else? So we just do that little work, and maybe we do that, brand awareness, that work that we done from the beginning, and we say, you know what? Is they stopped supporting us for many other reasons. I send you a video on how you can export your keys and you're gonna move into another wallet. Maybe it's gonna take you a little bit of time to understand this wallet. We are all sorry and upset that maybe they stopped supporting us, and that's about it. Getting out of our way to. It's like any business. Like sometimes we lose clients, sometimes we lose partnership, and we say, you know what? We're gonna show you that at the end of the last quarter of this year, we're gonna do so well that our doors are open for you to come back to us, because guess what? We care about and we like your wallet, and it was designed very well. It was easy to onboard. Everybody loved it. And we hate the fact to see it go.
You've got the customer and the service wrong. The customer is not supposed to say that. The service provider is supposed to say that. A service provider isn't supposed to shut you down, and then the customer says, well, hey, if you ever let me come back, I'll be here waiting for you. That is not how business is conducted in the real world.
That's how relationships are built, RG3. This is not how business are contracted.
This is a business. This is business. It's a service.
Okay, all right. So, it's business. Did you give Rabby Wallet any money or any support?
Everybody's business.
Well, you didn't, RG3. Can you get where I'm coming from? You didn't give them any money for security, for updates, any money for customer support. You did not do that.
You don't know my relationship with Rabby Wallet and what I've done there. You don't know.
Come on.
You don't know that I've talked about them and said that they were the best wallet out there. You don't know that.
We all did.
Looking at that. See, so you're saying that giving them a fair review of what they've done is okay.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I just said, sorry to interrupt you. I didn't say that. I just think we should calm down. Relax, guys.
One thing, and that was it. I left one review. I left one tweet. And I have not said anything since.
How many followers do you have on X, RG3? How many followers?
19,000, something like that.
Right. So there is 19,000 people that saw that, and you say, you know what to do, boys. And a lot of influence did that. How are the wallets from now on? They're gonna look at this community, and look, I'm just trying to take care of a brand equity. How are the wallets, how the business gonna say, fuck, imagine you on board these jackals, these hyenas, these mad people, which I deeply love, And if we make one mistake or one choice that is just good for our business as a Rabby Wallet, I don't work for them, but as a business, like, man, these guys are a lot of people. These guys have the fourth more used chain in the entire world, and we are losing money or we are not making any money. Why would, and this is my questions to you, just by seeing this was happening, how we gonna give the energy to other business or other startups to come to us and say, you know what, let's onboard this whole community? How is this gonna play well for us? This is what I mean. This is my point.
It shows the strength of the community. It shows the solidarity of the community. It shows what happens if we keep letting them kick us while we're down. You're going to keep getting kicked. If we would have rolled back and said, "Oh, thank you, Rabby. Thank you for getting rid of us," you think they're going to honestly bring us back? If a group of people went to them and offered them, "Hey, this is what we can do to keep you," and they told them no,
you're smarter than that. You're smarter than that. Like the guy from Icosa. The guy, his first tweet about it, he say, "Hey, Rabby Wallet, how can we help you? Maybe we can take care of things like they do with Head Scott."
What was their answer to Alex?
What did they say?
What did they say to Alex?
What did they say?
Nothing. No response.
Yes, they didn't say "fuck you." They didn't say I think you're a psychopath. You know what I mean? They didn't say, "I think you guys are nuts and we don't want you around." They just didn't respond. Or maybe they just don't want to respond for now.
Bro, check this out.
Yes, bro, I'm coming back to you with a sense of sanity here, because it makes no sense to start make so many enemies. It's making no sense for the future of new wallets.
Friends like them, who needs enemies, Christopher? With friends like them, who needs enemies? We have been the friend of anybody who has come into this community and just tried to have a conversation with us, just tried to listen to us, that just tried to just lean into us a little bit. Anything out there ever has been welcomed with open arms by this community. It's when we get kicked in the face and continuously thrown sand in our face that we have to fight back. We can't sit around and look like a bunch of pussies. I'm sick and tired of it. We've been doing it from day one, and nobody stands up for it. And when we do, we get told to shut up. And when
I'm not telling you to shut up. No,
we go too hard. Oh, no, pull it back. There's never going to be any pleasing anybody.
Well, it's too late now. It's too late, RG3. It's too late. It's too late now. It's too late. But one of the things that I was saying to you when I started, and I comment under you, why don't we have the same look? And I know that, what's his name? The guy that make all the masks. And he, for example, that's another approach which I absolutely stand for. And I don't know if you're part of it, right? I don't know if you guys part of it, but they sue CoinMarketCap, right? Like, that's, you know what? I would love to see this attitude with Crypto.com, with Binance, with CoinGecko, with CoinMarketCap. Let's have this back. This guy came to us with a free will. This guy didn't ask anything in return. While centralized exchanges, why Unwrap, they're asking hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions, just to have that listed. Well, F you. And I'm totally, why don't we put this energy and this passion towards that? Because this guy came the free will. I still remember today, these guys came and decided to bring us home, to say, you know what, let's bring it home. And we're going to harvest all that daily users in that chain, in PulseChain and on X, and we're going to, yes, as we use them, they use us, right? Okay, fair enough. It's a give or take. But why don't we take this energy to against
Energy.
CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, Binance, and Crypto.com? Why don't we do that?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? My mic wrecked out there still, or is it working? I adjusted it. I might have been just needing to be adjusted. So look, Christopher, we can do both. See, that's the thing. You're saying, no, don't put energy in over here. We put enough energy into all of it. We're not ignoring anything else by telling Rabby how we feel about what they did. They dropped this entire community. Now, somebody in the chat said that they gave us a warning. I didn't say they didn't give us a warning. I said that they didn't give us a reason. They didn't give us a reason as to why they were doing what they were doing. And then all of a sudden,
that was me. And I agree. It's pretty shady what they did. Sorry to interject there.
Yeah, go ahead, Free.
Thank you for having me on.
Man. Free, man.
Chris, nice to meet you guys. So I just saw you guys talking about Rabby, and yeah, it's pretty upsetting. Yeah, they gave us advance notice. Were we given a reason? No, not really. We have our suspicions as to why they did it, but does anyone really know why? No. But here's the thing. They could reverse their decision, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of on the fence. I'm in the middle. I'm like, okay, I can see Christopher's point. I can see your point.
Yeah.
So it's BS what they did.
Is if they came back and fixed it, if we move the needle and they fix it and they say, hey, we didn't know we upset that many people. We didn't know we hurt that many people. Listen to us. Listen to what we say. Listen to what we did. And I'll give them a 5. I'll give them a 5. Come back. It was a mistake. If they admit they made a mistake and they want to come back and bring us back in, I'll give them their 5 rating. But for now, they gave me a 1 experience. They gave my friends and family and the people that I shilled their wallet to a 1 experience. They get a 1 rating from me. That's how I feel about them right now. The pain and problems that they've caused me has given them a 1 rating because I gave them a 5. I'm not going to sit here and let my rating and my pain be their benefit. And that's how business is done anywhere. If somebody serves you food poisoning at a restaurant, are you going to give them a 5 rating on the app that they got out there? No.
If they give you poison, you will be dead anyway. But
I see your point, and the other thing is, yeah, they may not like that we nuked their rating, right? So they might, like Christopher was saying, other developers might see that and go, oh crap, these guys, nuke the crap out of their rating. Why should we do business with them?
Or
it depends on how they see it, really.
Because they're a strong community.
That's what I was wanting to say. I'm like, it depends on their perspective. They could see it in a positive or a negative light. And
if I was another wallet company, I would come running to this community right now and say, we got you guys' back.
Well, Atlas, you've heard of Atlas Wallet, right?
I've heard of it, yeah.
They're apparently developing a cross-chain swap, so we don't even have to bridge anymore from Ethereum.
Nice. So it's like I would
it's in the works already.
This as a business opportunity and say, Hexicans, we feel your pain. We see how you've been treated, and we're not going to do that to you. We're going to promise you that we're going to support PulseChain. We're going to stay here with you, and we're going to bring you a better experience. That's how business is done. That's how.
Yeah, I agree. It seems like more gatekeeping, man. Like everything that's going on is just gatekeeping on further gatekeeping.
It gets frustrating. It gets frustrating.
Yep. It is very frustrating. It's extremely frustrating because on one side, I understand you guys. I am right there with you. I am suffering constantly for the last 4.5 years. I don't want to swear. Okay, if I can do it in another language, that would be great. But I've been suffering.
Yeah,
I've been suffering too, and I know this is gatekeeping. I know there is and I've been saying this is the matrix in crypto. I know there is things behind the doors, but it's almost like it's not what happened, and it's just even in the personal life. Sometimes it's not what happened to you, it's how you reacted to it. That problem.
Exactly, and we reacted with strength. We reacted.
Well, that's debatable. That's debatable because we went out of our way. Yes, we got, nuked out of the blue, but on the same time, if you were on that side and you're the business owner, and maybe you can find me on this, but you are losing money on supporting us because we are massive, we are huge. And maybe right now, in this quarter or the next quarter, maybe our decision to stop and say, hey, give us a break. We may need to put certain money in different places because Trump administration or the stocks market is going to shit, or because internally we have problems. We had no answer. We actually didn't know what happened. And that's my problem right there. We came out of our way and yell and scream and start punching and screaming when maybe they had a problem in the first place. You know what I mean?
No, we used the tool.
No.
We used the tool that was out there that is supposed to be used to handle this situation. We didn't yell and scream. We went and gave them
come on, right?
We gave them rating. That rating is there for a reason. It's not there to give just fives. It's there to give the user experience. And
I didn't remember. Sorry to interrupt you. But I didn't remember we promoting giving good rating to Rabby at the first place. I didn't hear from the beginning. I don't remember.
What are you talking about? We did. Everybody loved Rabby Wallet.
Yeah, but to go and rate them, well, I didn't saw that. My bad. We didn't donate any money. I would have liked to.
We praised it. It's never been disparaged here. It's always. Well, I gave it my rating. I gave it a 5 rating.
I did that too, but I didn't see anybody else promoting.
Is it giving you a 5 experience?
There were people promoting it a couple months ago, I remember, and I'm pretty sure that's how I discovered it after getting fed up with MetaMask.
Yeah, don't use the money to Rabby.
Yeah, I migrated back in November.
Are using internet money for things too.
Yeah, people are saying, a lot of them are saying internet money, IM Wallet. Apparently they have cross-chain swap, people are saying as well. Yes. I haven't tried IM Wallet. Have you guys checked it out at all?
I use internet money wallet. Yes.
Yeah.
But I use, in order, I like Rabby Wallet for doing, for accounting and looking at lots of different wallets. And it's very good for that. I use internet money to do other things. So Rabby it served a purpose for me. And it also served a purpose for others and helped people onboard and those kinds of things. And we promoted it. And just as we promoted internet money, when MetaMask took a shit on us, everybody was pissed off at MetaMask. We gave them a bad rating and walked. And we went over here and Rabby got a 5 and Rabby got used and we all were happy with it. And then they told us we may be shutting you down. It's like, what are you doing? And then people went out there and started asking them, hey, please don't shut us down. Don't shut us down. All the way up until the day I saw that. Please don't shut us down. Please don't shut us down. And they shut us down with no explanation. Now, to your point, Christopher, if they had come to us and said, guys, look, here's the reason, and laid out the reason, it's costing us this much money. Your community is great. We love all the support that you guys have given us over this time, but here's why we have to do this. It's a business decision. We got to walk. Now, they would have got some people that were angry. Me as a rational person, I would have said, I understand your business position, just like I did with Clay. When Clay from Nomics told me why he had to do what he had to do, I said, I think you're wrong, but I understand. And I'm not coming hard at you in the paint. I did come hard at him. I did criticize him, and he is my friend, but I did criticize him, and the community went hard at him. But then people sent him death threats, said things about his children.
Look, that's yeah, okay.
Now, this is not
thanks for bringing that up.
That's not what happened here. What happened here was people went and gave them a 1 rating. And that's what happened. And I didn't egg anybody on to go call the Rabby people and try and dox them and find out who their family is. And I didn't say any of that stuff. I said,
just
go how you feel. If you got a 1 experience, go give them a 1 rating, because that's what I did, because I didn't appreciate it. And I didn't appreciate not having an explanation. You have a business and you're going to do something like that, like cut service off. If your phone service was going to cut off tomorrow and they said, hey, we might be shutting off your phone service, guys. What? I've been using you guys for 10 years. What are you talking about? Really? Come on. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Your phone service turns off. Are you going to keep your 5-star rating for your phone company that did that to you? Of course not. It's bad business. It's bad business. Now, I understand where you're coming from, and this community needs to be rational about these things. And yes, we do. But when a company goes as far as not explaining themselves and then dumps on this large of a community that has supported it, there's something awry. There's something else going on here. They would have told us right away, hey, guys, you know what? We're sorry we didn't give you an explanation. We should have came to you. Here it is. And we hope to do better in the future, or maybe we can do business in the future. Then we might change our minds as far as our experience with them. But they didn't do that. They still haven't done that, and they still haven't come up with an explanation. So they deserve, I think, what they're getting. Nobody's doing anything to harm them physically or, come at them or any of that kind of stuff. We gave them the rating that they deserved. And this community happens to be big. And that's it. You have to in order to give a review.
Right. Okay. Yes, I agree. Look, give it the review. Fantastic. What's next? Is that really worth it? What's now? What do we show to the world? Is something has changed?
This community is.
Okay, so creating just negativity and war against people that maybe choose to do certain things just to protect their own business. Is that what we do for a living? Is that what we stand for? Not really. That's not who we are.
We didn't roll over and take it.
Okay, sure, man. Okay, right. Okay, I mean, okay, so now we're going to go and sure. All right. So this is a pattern now. Is this now what's we gonna do? I'm gonna come to America and punch you in the face because you say Hexicans are lunatics. Is that what we're gonna do now? Is that what we do?
This was a rational decision made by people that gave them a rating, bro. It's not you're acting like we came out with pitchforks and went in front of their office and said, "Come on out here, CEO. We're going to take you and string you up." That is not what happened here. What happened here
is not how you build up a relationship, guys. That's not how. Who cares? He's a wallet. It's all right. But on the other side, I see builders and I see either government officials. I see other people that want on the sideline that wanted to build anything on PulseChain. And just think about all those people that have money, liquidity, or just some kind of aspiration or willing to say, you know what, I'm looking for any of this community. I go to Dex Screener and I see PulseChain is one of the top 5. And, let me have a look. Let me have a look how these communities not only welcome, but maybe how they deal with confrontations or just, some more.
Christopher, do you know who you're talking to?
Who am I talking to? What do you mean?
So
what do you mean?
Not even a month ago, I had the treasurer of Nevada, his lawyers. I have access to the attorney general of Nevada, the governor of Nevada. They were in our VIP.
Is that in America? Is that in America?
Yes.
What's Nevada?
Listen to what I'm saying to you. Listen to me before you talk over me again. I had sharks from the community in there speaking with politicians from the state level politicians about DeFi and crypto. And you're telling me that I'm somehow, some way I'm hurting our reputation out here by gathering the community and showing our force, our strength, our resolve to things when people push at us from within the crypto space. You're telling me that I'm trying to give us a bad face when I'm out here building events that put people like that together in the same room so that they can have conversations and talk about the future of DeFi and this system? Think about who you're talking to first, my friend. I'm not out here acting like a crazy lunatic. I have been rational about this is called Discourse Syndicate for a reason. And yes, I get heated. And yes, I get emotional. Why? Because I care. Because I really care. I'm one of the only people in crypto out here that really cares. I have put my money, my mouth, my reputation, my everything on the chopping block for this community. I'm the one that gathered people and put them together. I'm the one that put people in Richard Hart's courtroom when even he didn't show up. So think twice before you say what you're saying to me, because I'm not the guy out there acting like a lunatic. I am trying to make this community strong. I am trying to stand up in front of this community and be that voice. Have I made mistakes? Oh, yes, I've made mistakes. Have I gone too hard? Yes. Have I gone too soft? Yes. But that's all learning experience, and that's leadership. And that's what we're trying to do here, is build an organic community that the world has never seen what we've got before. They've never seen what we've built. There's nothing like this in crypto. They came at us 5 different ways to Sunday legally. The SEC came at us and tried to say that we were a paid community, that we were bots, that Richard Hart paid for us, and they failed and lost every single time. You want to know why? Because the truth is, Richard has absolutely nothing to do with us. We are the community behind what he's built. For the first time, crypto has a real community that can move the needle and make things happen. And if we roll over and let them do these things to us without some kind of reaction, without some show of force, without proving who we are, who we really, really are, this isn't a bunch of bots. This is people that are real, that are really suffering, that are really trying, that are trying to make DeFi and crypto something. And we have to show them that. And that's what this is. I am proud of what happened. I am not pulling back one bit about what happened. I think that
you think I'm against you. You think I'm against you. I don't understand what you're saying.
I'm trying to show you that what you're saying that we should back off, is not right. And I'm not gonna say it's not right. You're not accurate. You're not accurate. I'm not saying you're wrong, but you're not accurate.
I think there is a lot of anger, and it's a lot of frustration, and then it's a lot of time put into Hex and PulseChain and PulseX. I think there is a lot of work done there. We are a massive community, and I get what you said. I don't appreciate you telling me that you don't know who you're talking to. You don't know who you're talking to at the same time, because I
didn't say anything about you. You were saying
no, I understand. But if
I was damaging our reputation when I'm the guy in the back rooms putting politicians in sharks.
I actually didn't say that. You say that. Sorry, RJ, but I didn't say that. You were saying that. All I'm saying is that maybe we can create a kind of like, they announced it, I think was the 28th or the 26th, that the first of the next month they're going to put it down, of April. And then that happened, and okay, fantastic. But was the, like, all I'm trying to do here is to have, I'm all up for a fight. I'm a big guy. I have fight in the past, and I'm not scared. I think Richard Hart should sue the SEC for billions and billions of dollars. I'm with you. I'm RG3. We are in the same team, but at the same time, we can't be so arrogant if it's someone within the decentralized community have a different opinion on how to deal with certain organization, how to deal with certain gatekeeping, right? I just think maybe next time, because look, I love Rabby Wallet. It's so easy to use. I love the user interface.
You can't use it anymore.
So, all right, I don't give a shit it anymore. I'm not gonna use it anymore. I'm probably gonna go
if you're on PulseChain.
Other one. Fine. But you know, at the same time, it's not like I came out releasing or thinking to release a new wallet at the same time. It's not like I'm fixing the problem. All I'm saying is that, look, this is a good example where as a community, we can all look at each other and say, was this a good management for this issue? Did we? I'll try to be sort of like,
I hear you. And you're not going to change your opinion, and that's fine. We could agree to disagree, because I think it was an awesome decision. I think it was an awesome show of force. I think it was done rationally. I think it was done with class. I think it was done exactly the way it should have been done. That's my opinion, and that's fine. That
and I respect your opinion. Yeah, I think you're right on that. I think that's good. They got a rated one. Fine, they're gonna regret it, but I think they're gonna regret it more.
I don't care if they regret it. I hope they make better business decisions. That's all.
Sure. But I think we could at least wait and be there with shields on and with the bombs, and because I know you guys in America got a lot of nuclear bombs. We got nuclear bombs too, and I get it. We are nuclear bombs, right? And I get it, but I think we should at least give them a week, at least give them 7 days business, even though just maybe we could have managed it better.
They said
maybe I'm wrong.
They said that they were going to shut it down. We had everybody in there literally the last couple of days before. They were begging and pleading with them to no avail, no answer, no reach around, nothing. And so we all been wrong. They didn't care to give an explanation. Nobody said anything. And that was that. So anyway, we're gonna end this conversation, because I appreciate you coming in and actually saying your piece. We agree to disagree. I think that we've done a fabulous job. You think that we could have acted harder, and then we'll let the community hear what you had to say and whether or not that they understand your side of it or my side of it, and they can all make their decisions on how they want to act in the future or how they see this situation, and we'll leave it like that.
Yeah, sure. I absolutely agree with that. We should stop talking about this fantastic. Look, at the end, what's going to prove them wrong is that we do at least another 1,000 or 10,000x backup, right? So I with the let's try to, just because we have another drama within the community, which we all know what that is, right? But again, I think maybe in the future we should prone each individuals in the community to build relationship, and relationship are built by disagreements, different type of decisions, but also understanding and trying to be kind to other businesses and other decisions that other people have to make.
I 100% agree with you, Christopher. That's how I operate. Trust me, anybody who's ever run into me, met me, done business with me, knows exactly where I come from. I don't give people raw deals. I don't give bad service. I won't even hurt you, and I'll give you a chance. At this point here, this was my straw with them. This was my reaction to them, and that's it. And you may think it was too harsh. I don't. I never had an ill word to say about them, and I never said an ill word after. So we'll just leave it at that. We got another guest coming in. We're probably going to get to change this conversation now. Rick, what's up, dude? How's it going, man?
Bro, I've been sitting here listening to this conversation. Thank you for all you do. I just was in the hospital yesterday having my heart worked on. I'm sitting here, my blood pressure's going.
No, dude, no, don't do that.
Turn it off. I just wanted to say a few things because of this conversation. And Christopher, I don't know you. I've never really seen you in the community, but I want to thank you for all that you do for this community. It sounds like you've been here a while. Sounds like you know who we are, what our purpose is, what our beliefs are. I think you're here, you're with us, but there are a couple things that you might want to hone in on, and that is something that you're not talking about, and that's DBank. DBank and Rabby are the same, and there are hundreds of us over on DBank, including like Randy Hilarski, for instance, Firestarter, Chris Corrigal. We're all over there, and we're promoting DBank and Rabby on their system, and have paid thousands of dollars out of our own pockets to promote their service. We are a customer. They are a corporation, and dude, there's only one thing that we can do to try and make this right, and that is to write a review. And Captain's right. He is absolutely right. There's only one thing that we can do. We can't go and do anything physically as a community. There's only one thing we can do, and that's make our voice known. And I think we've done that. And all we can really do, and for me, and this whole situation with Rabby and DBank. Look, Randy, was paying out $500 a day, for people to come on and get noticed on DBank and get PulseChain noticed on DBank. And he went from 1,000 rating, and they knocked him down to a 19,000 rating in one day. And I don't even know. I just went on DBank to find out where what he had the last thing he had said, and that's what he said a couple days ago. So you can go on to DBank and you can look up Nope Token, and the guy has been promoting their service for months and months and months. We've been trying to get PulseChain noticed over there, and so there is something amiss. There is something going on, and the way they did it was a little bit shisty, man. They even waited till April Fools, for God's sake. They were supposed to do it the day before. But anyway, there's only one thing we can do, and that's write a review. And as far as I'm concerned, with this community and who we have the greatest minds in crypto in this community. And for us to be backed into a corner and create something bigger and better, we know what we need. Using Rabby was a great experience, and I think we'll build something better, and we'll move on from this. And fuck Rabby, and fuck DBank. You know what I mean? I really think I understand building relationships, but this is like a customer corporation. We've already built a relationship with these guys. They know who we are. They know the impact that we have, and now they have a 1 rating, and good for them.
So Rip, thanks, bro. I appreciate you getting that deep. I didn't want to get that deep and personal into this with anybody. I tried to say that we had, some bigger people going in there trying to talk to them to see why they were doing what they were doing, and there was no answer, and that there was, money and effort going into promoting them. And again, I'm not privy to those contracts and those transactions. So I don't want to really speak to them. I'm being nice here. I'm trying to be rational. And, but I know this is going on. I know from more than one person that this is what's going on. And I think that they deserve exactly what they got. They see the force of this community. And they owe an explanation, or they owe a fix. And if not, then we move on. We give them our feelings, and we move on, and we go do something better. We use internet money, and some of our options have now been cut off through them, which is a shame. But they deserved everything that they got. So I'm good.
To thanks for that, Rip. See, now I in the last week, I didn't know that Randy was paying these guys. See, that's what I mean. Like, then if you tell me in the past, just from the get-go, that there were actually people putting money, I probably wouldn't waste any time on this. I didn't know that there's was
more than Randy. What's going on in the background, Christopher.
Well, he told me that. You didn't tell me that. You get all worked up.
With me. That I don't have. I can't speak to anything that I don't have for sure. I've heard hearsay from a whole bunch of different people, and until I hear it from somebody horse's mouth, and even then, I don't have the right to talk about another person's business or money with another person's business or money.
Right, and I wouldn't say. Let me just clarify that. Is that Rabby has a system where you can put up money and give it to. They have a reward system in their program, and you can put up money and it goes to people, and they get a cut of that. And so when you have somebody that's as big as Randy putting out thousands of dollars each week, it is a real thing, man. We were promoting their service. It was costing us. I've spent thousands of dollars, trying to promote and get our name, PulseChain, onto DBank, which is Rabby. And Rabby came first, and then DBank came in, and their social media for crypto. And so for them to come in and not only rug us for our wallets, but also on DBank, man. They affected the whole DBank system and every single PulseChain user that was on it. And it is a shame. It is a
I
crying
appreciate
shame.
you coming in here and verifying that, so
Absolutely.
that the community can hear it, because I'm, unless Randy comes in here and says it's cool or says something to me, I am not going to speak his business or your business with
Sure.
anybody, because that is your guys' is business, and my business with them is my business with them, and I don't have to
Sure.
explain myself or my dealings with them at all.
Well, Christopher had said we haven't spent any money, and I'm like, dude, we're spending money. What are you talking about?
I don't get. Look, this is the first time
Okay.
I went. No. I tell you what I did. How I based my research. I went under Hexo. I have great relationship with. Actually, shout out to Hexo. He's just got a new baby. I went under his and asked about. I specifically asked, are we actually giving money? Because I don't mind chipping in if he Rabby Wallet or DBank is sort of needed to chip in something. I to be honest, it's not like I use it, but I have them. I have my wallet in there and I check things in there. I didn't know that, and I don't think the majority of the community know.
That's right.
This is all new to me, guys. So.
Here's the thing, Christopher.
Abdul, I went on Abdul and I asked Abdul, would you mind educating me? Because I don't really understand. I thought we didn't give any donation, but now you guys are telling me I did. And that's why I was like, wait a minute, what's going on in here? And then other people from the community reply under that post saying that, yes, it is an expense for them to give us support all across the APIs, and the security things. This is all new to me, so maybe I didn't do good work on my research, and I was probably listening to the wrong crowd. So thanks, Reap, for clarifying that, because I had no idea.
Yeah, and I almost can bet that there isn't another community that they have done this to. I haven't heard any of this on DBank at all from any other community.
How many 5-star ratings they got from the duck chain?
Yeah. Well, I think it's going to affect them on their rating.
Look,
sure.
It's like this, Christopher. There's people here trying to build relationships and trust, and I was harsh on you because you didn't see that. I expected you to understand who we were and what we were doing here and what we've been trying to do here. I haven't been here for 6 years. Constantly every week saying the same things over and over, taking the arrows in the back and continuously putting out for the community and doing things and saying the things I say because I'm a scammer or I'm trying to hurt anybody or I'm trying to be irrational. I've been the one here standing on the hill, trying to make the charge to build this community and build it strong. And I think that the things that I promote make us stronger. Have I made mistakes? Yes, I've made mistakes. I'm not going to say I haven't made mistakes, but here I'm standing behind what this community did. I think it was a show of strength. I think it was a show of solidarity. I think they got what they deserved. I think that it was done rationally and it was done with the tools that are available to us that they have put themselves accountable to. They put themselves on that rating. They're the ones that have said that they will provide a service and allow people to rate and rank them. And if they did that to their customers, they got what they deserved. This wasn't a witch hunt. Everybody who put up a rating up there was hurt by this. Everybody that put a rating gave their honest opinion of how they felt about what happened. This wasn't just going after somebody to go after somebody. I didn't go.
Bro, wait. We were emailing, like there's thousands of us who emailed. They knew exactly what they were doing and they did it anyway. They knew exactly how many people they were going to hurt and they did it anyway. What does that say about them and why should we ever go back?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So
right.
So let's back up a minute. So after 4 years and such a long time of all these gatekeep, what am I missing here? Why is Richard Hars have sex with all these guys' wife? What happened? What's going on? Like, look,
Blasphemy.
now that I get that, now I'm sitting next to you and I say we lost money. Fuck them. Yes, I totally agree. Thanks for clarifying. But now I step back a little bit, even further, and say, what's going on? Like, I mean, I'm pretty,
bro. Welcome to the club. No, this is
what
the beginning.
Hey, I'll tell you exactly what's going on. Everything that is going on right now is everything Richard ever told us was going to happen. It is going exactly to plan. And so if you're losing faith, losing hope, here's what I've been saying on our show every day. Go on and watch 50 hours of Richard Hart. And you tell me that the glory that he's always talked about and hoped for is not still there. He is only wanting what's best for each and every one of us. So do not lose faith. Don't lose hope. We're exactly where we need to be. In fact, I think we need to go a little lower. I mean, everything is happening exactly the way he said it would. Everything.
That's what she said. Man, lower. Okay, fine, but good. But I just don't understand. Where is this old gatekeep? What's going on? Like, I mean, I don't stream. I can't because
there is no truer DeFi. Look, here's the reality is Hex was the first crypto that Richard launched. Hex is better than Bitcoin. And there's all kinds of reasons why Hex is better than Bitcoin. That pisses the whole crypto community off, period, end of story. That has put a target on Richard's back from day one when Tone Vase and his lawyers tried to shut Richard down the day he first launched Hex. That has been the attack tactic from them. Then he creates a chain. What's the best EVM out there? Ethereum. He forks Ethereum, brings the whole system state over, blows everybody's mind. Now we have a decentralized exchange that's proof of stake that the whole community owns. Richard doesn't have a single freaking validator out there. He sold them all and dumped the pulse that was on him. He has a decentralized exchange that you could run off of your computer without, there's no front end. You could run it straight off of your computer. You can run his chain and his wallet. This is true DeFi. Nobody has made true DeFi in crypto yet. We've all been waiting for it. Anybody who's been in crypto for any length of time knows the shenanigans that's been played out there in the cryptocurrency space, knows the troubles of the EVMs out there, knows the troubles of the bridging and all of these things. And Richard has done it. He's given us everything that we need to finally have DeFi. That is the fear of the world, is crypto being true DeFi, true peer-to-peer that nobody can have control over. And it exists now. So guess what? That puts a big target on all of our backs and Richard's back. They have been shutting us down from coin ranking sites, from exchange after exchange after exchange. Everything that we pay for, we buy for, we do the honest thing as a community and go out there and put our money, our time, our effort into things. And what do they tell us? Fuck you guys. You guys have got something too good and we don't want you guys to have it. You guys are scaring us. We want fake crypto communities out here. We want to promote other communities that act like they're crypto. We don't want real people that are out there doing it, putting events together, getting together in person with 200, 300, 400 people. No, they don't want that. They want their crypto, the one that they sold to BlackRock, the one that Grayscale owns, the one that they could centralize and sell to CZ and have China own it and mine out of China and do all of that kind of crap. That's what they want. They want that fucked up crypto that's out there right now. The Bitcoiners sold all of you guys out. They sold your Bitcoin. They gave it to BlackRock. They own your asses, and we don't belong to that. We are
agree with that.
And we're
so true.
We are a community of real people. Richard hasn't paid us a fucking dime or even said thank you.
Yeah.
That's why we are who we are. Because
he has
built, not behind him as some man leading us somewhere. I don't need Richard to do that. I appreciate him for what he built and left for us. And he even said it himself. You want shit done? You go build it. Fuck you. I don't work for you. That's exactly what Richard said. But for some reason, this community, you know, thinks that, oh, we got to have Richard come back and help us and stream and do all this stuff. Oh, yeah, sure. It would be nice. I'd love to hear from Richard again. But that's not what built this community. This community is built by all of us, each and every one of you. And our strength is in that. And our voice is in that. And we have to realize that. And we can't back off when people push us, because they're going to keep pushing us. And if we back off, they're going to push us harder. And if we back off again, they'll push us harder until we go away, because that's what they want. They want us to go away. This isn't because they're trying to help us or they have some problem. Fuck no. They want us gone. And that's what they're trying to do. And if we don't push back and fight, we aren't going to be here standing. We're going to be people not at the table.
That's right. Hey, Richard has said he loves each and every one of us. He did say, if you want it built, go build it yourself. And what does it take to become the greatest blockchain on earth? It takes right here, right now, everything you fucking got. And that's why we're here. And we're bringing, I hate it when I hear people saying the leaders aren't showing up. Dude, there are leaders everywhere in this community. Every fucking where. And we don't need Richard to come out and stream. We're doing it every single day. It's going to take time to build the greatest blockchain on earth. We're here and we're doing it every single day.
That's the okay. I love it, man. But there's a few points that are debatable. One is that I know. I stand, and I'm Italian, and I gotta say what I gotta say. I agree.
That's what's going on here. That's the problem. You're Italian. I should have known.
That's my problem. Yeah, I know. But you guys love Giorgia Meloni. I saw Giorgia Meloni hanging out with Elon, with Trump. So you guys are having a good peace over there. So it's okay. Just I hope she spent more time in America. One of the objection is that I think Richard Hart should come back when he can. I think he will do very well, hopefully by the end of the year, when this whole bullshit of, we know what's going on.
Yeah,
but he's on the other side.
I think that what we're saying is that we don't need him as a community to grow and flourish and thrive. Would we do better with him? I think so. I think having Richard here, it would be amazing. It would help this community a lot. But I'm not saying, what we're saying is that, hey, we're doing it and we don't need him. We want him here. He says he loves us. We love him, all that kind of stuff. That's great. But we're going to keep going with or without him, because I think that's what he wants.
Dude, sit in Richard's shoes right now. He streamed with us for years, for hours and hours and hours. What do you think he's been doing? Do you think he's sitting back thinking that he'll never stream again? Absolutely not, dude. He will be back when the time is right. Yeah. He'll be back.
Absolutely agree. Yeah. No.
The glory.
I do think the fat guy doesn't work for us. Logi, I'm going to put you in now for that one. I'll let you know Richard is out there getting jacked right now. He's getting yoked, getting jacked. He's working out every day.
Is it really?
You won't believe it. Next time he comes back, he's going to be big. He is going to surprise the hell out of the community when he comes back. Richard is working himself out. I know it from the bottom of my heart. I know it.
Yeah, that would be great to see him be healthy, and because I've seen a couple of videos when they actually talk really bad about him and his weight. So it will be another slap in the face to all these haters around X and online. And the other point is that I know we are number 4 or number 5 blockchain in the world, and I'm so proud of that. I'm so proud that even though we have so much drama in the community, the PDI, the whole thing, and other things that's going on, but what do you guys? And please, sorry, Free, if it just I'm not letting you speak, and sorry if you've been taking over, but what's next? How do you guys because one of the tweets that always remain in my head of Richard Hart is that we got everything. We got We just missing a native wallet, but internet money, is there. It's fantastic, right? But what's next, though?
I want to answer that. I want to answer.
Yeah, like to finish the question, I do a lot of AI automations for small and medium businesses, and I do understand what we're trying to do with small and medium businesses is we set up AI automations, social media posting, and they do at least 50 posts through all of the social media. A lot others do 80, a lot others do 100. Yes, of course, it takes money, but you can see the growth through the analytics, growing their products and brand visuals. And by saying that, what's the next step? Like, are we going to go and keep moving forward with drama within the community, or there is a way that we can come together? Because this is a good example that we can be very, very freaking powerful, right? What's next? Is Richard gonna come back, put a suit on, or stream? Is he gonna go? Is there, because let's be honest, right? Let's be honest. The church has a leader, a kitchen has a chef, a country has a president. I think PulseChain needs its own president. And what do you guys think?
Bro,
after all what I say, what do you think is the next step to really just go and become the number one chain in the world?
Bro, what you're doing each day, each and every one of us, that is the next step. Quit worrying about Richard. Richard is not going to come and save us. He'll be here when he gets here. But for you and all of us, we need to just keep moving forward. There are so many things. Like, I started a show with 4 of my buddies. We're shouting to the rooftops. To make our point and to do what we can and to do our part and to make a difference. That's what this chain is all about. This is blockchain, man. This isn't a restaurant. This is a DeFi. This is DeFi. Decentralized finance, and all of us have our part, and each and every one of us are leaders, and that's what it takes, man. We're growing the greatest blockchain on earth.
I agree, but Bitcoin was this guy Michael Saylor. This guy
was been here for 14, 15 years.
He's no leader. Michael Saylor.
Yeah, he's no leader, but he's sort of the leader. He's sort of the face. He goes to convention. He takes loan. I'm not saying that Richard Hart should take loans, and please God, don't let him do that. But what I'm saying is that Binance had CC, Cardanzo has Charlie's, the one that scam Africa.
Dude, this is why they're scared of us. Hey, listen, everything that Richard said that was built has probably already been built. What do you think he's been doing for the last 2.5 years, him and his devs? Do you think they've just been sitting idle when, for a fact that Richard can't sit for 5 minutes and not do anything? They've been working, man. And so just quit worrying about Richard. Keep doing what you're doing. That's the next step, man.
So Christopher, I can literally tell you, I could line them up and give you 50 people in this community that I know personally that are better than all of those human beings that you just mentioned. The only difference is those guys get the airtime. Those guys don't get gate kept. Those guys are who they.
I want that, man. I want that. I want PulseChain to have airtime. I want, Polkadot. I'm a big fan. Shout out to AC Milan.
We've tried.
Brian, I want the airtime, bro. I want that too. So what can we do as a community to, for example, Polkadot on T-shirts of Leon and Messi? For me, I will never forget that. You know what I mean?
We're not going to have what they have, Christopher. We're different. They have not allowed us in. Trust me. I've been in the back room with all of these people trying to get us on exchanges, trying to get us on coin rating sites, trying to get us on DBank, trying to get us everywhere. We've done all of that. We've
frustrating, man.
All of that as a community, not as a founder of a token. Richard never gave us any money to go out and do the things that people in this community have done. We have raised more money to do more than any other community has, and they still shut the door in our face every time we do it. And they've taken our money. They've taken our money, they've taken our time, they've taken our clout, they've taken everything that we put out there, and they've shut the door on us. Time again.
That's crazy.
We're a threat. That's why.
And that's
And
why
it's only going to take time.
Keep going.
Yep.
We have to keep doing what we're doing. We have to keep fighting. I agree with you that we have to do it with discernment, that we need to make sure that how we do it is not dancing on people's coffins and stuff. We've done some pretty silly shit. Well, yeah. But there's a time and a place for everything. And, you know, we live and learn, and we've been doing everything that we can the right way. And they've told us, no, you guys don't get to play with us. So
let me ask you something, Chris. Chris, how long, when we first launched, how long did you think it was going to take to become number one? How long did you give us to build the greatest blockchain on earth?
I think we are already the greatest PulseChain.
But how long to become number one? How long?
We can't even cycles? Rabby Wallet.
That's right.
Yeah.
I feel like things will change.
Duck Chain's on Rabby Wallet, but PulseChain
Everybody has their own native wallet. Yeah. Well, look, that's a great question. How long do I think PulseChain can go to number one? Look.
A few months. That's what I think.
What? Look. What was that? What was that?
Everyone says that time and time again. No, I think there's a lot going on right now, right? The case could end soon. And if that happens, yeah, probably a few months after, we'll see something interesting. That's
my point. My point was to give it time, man. We're on the right track. We're doing everything we can. The people who are here and are doing the things that matter are here, looking out for the best for everyone. And so we're just going to keep doing what we're doing, and you should do the same. And thank you guys for coming on, Captain. Thank you for letting me come up and talk. I appreciate you, bro. I am recovering. Love you very much, buddy.
Bro,
Well,
take care of yourself, man.
Take care of yourself. To finish that question, I think PulseChain has everything that it was created for. It's the first blockchain, freedom of speech blockchain, freedom of movement, freedom of assembly. Amazing slogan. I think that's in the days that we live today, where you get canceled if you talk bad about the Israeli, or you talk about the vaccine, or you talk about something that is not in the government whatever vision. Now, do I think to become the number one, I think is going to take some time. I think there is going to be moments where it's just, we have a big leverage on Ethereum. I will give it that in, at least by 2029, we can be the top two. And minimum, I think we are up there. I think there is a lot of bots that Sui is doing, that Binance is doing, that Ethereum is doing, Solana is doing. And, I think maybe we should put some thoughts on maybe just play the game as well. Yes, we are special, we are dangerous, but maybe, I don't know, maybe I hope that, the airtime point, I want that. I want the airtime. Now, I know I'm not a person to be in front of the camera, even though I think I'm extremely less handsome, the RG3. So I can't be in front of a camera. But I think we need to come together and market this thing together because what has been maybe it's been working, maybe not. I'm extremely bullish for the future. And I think by next bull market, I think we're going to be the top one or top two. That's my humble opinion. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, we'll see. I hope so. It takes a while to build an L1. It's going to take a while for it to take root and grow and develop into something. We all use it. Of course, we all know what it is. People still don't even know what Hex is. They don't understand Hex. So we've got a lot of work in the crypto space to still do. We've got a lot of work in the real world to do. But what's happening here is we're building a strong community. And that's what's important to me, is that this community continues to get stronger, continues to make mistakes, continues to fumble and bumble and do things. But as it grows, it's getting stronger. It's getting stronger. The people are getting better. Our streamers are getting better. Yes, we have distractions. Yes, we have inaccuracies still going on in here. But I am so proud of what this community is doing. What just happened now, like I said, whether you liked it or not, I thought showed how strong and convicted and together this community is and what it did with this situation. I think that they did it rationally. I think they did it within the bounds of their own feelings and how they rated what their experience was. So I think that it was a good thing for this community, what just happened. And it shows who we are as a community and how strong we are. And that maybe, just maybe, they'll start to look at us different, because it doesn't matter how nice we've been. They've taken everything that we've tried. We've tried to do it the right way. We tried to go into the boardrooms. We tried to pay the fees. We tried to do everything that all the other cheaters, liars, and thieves and scammers and bad developers have done. We tried to go do all that stuff. We tried everything that they did to get ranked and rated and given appreciation on all the stuff. We paid, we did all that stuff, but they still closed the door on us every single time. So we have to do it a different way. And the different way that we're going to do it is by this community getting stronger. And I think that these discussions, these things that are happening right now, you coming in here and hey, we need to do this and we need to do that. I hear you, man. I remember when Richard was out there twerking with his Gucci on, there was people that were hating that, but it's getting us noticed. It's building us. We're learning. We're making mistakes, but we are still a community. We're the strongest crypto community that has ever existed. I've never seen anything like this anywhere. And I've been in network marketing companies that have made $1 billion. I've been in all kinds of things where I've seen communities grow and thrive, and I've never seen anything like this. Now, it is crypto, so it's kooky, man. You guys are some kooky motherfuckers out here. I'm sorry. This crypto space has some fucking crazy people in it, man. There are some certifiable people that should be in the goddamn hospital out in this space, and we got to deal with that. And I get it, but I've never seen anything like it as far as how we come together, how we're learning, how we're developing. This community is getting better. The space isn't getting better. It's getting harder for us to do things because we should be a lot further now than we are. We are way far behind. We should have, people should have understood and learned what Hex is by now, and they still haven't. I still go to crypto meetups where they think Hex is a MLM. They literally say that to me. These are people in the crypto space that have been in Bitcoin since 2010, 11, 12, and they're telling me that Hex is an MLM. I'm in an MLM. I'm like, what the hell are you guys even talking? Do you even realize what you're saying? Do you realize that it's the most decentralized cryptocurrency out there, and it exists on a blockchain that's the most decentralized blockchain out there? Do you hear what you're saying? And they still don't know. So we're way behind. We've got a lot of educating to do. We've got a lot of community building to do. And we've got to stop eating ourselves from within. But these conversations are good. And you understanding what the situation is here without me even have to give dirty details about what's going on. I'm trying to build trust, and I'm trying to build faith in what it is that I'm saying, that I understand what's going on in the background, that I know what the right thing, the rational thing is to do here. And that's what I'm hoping that the community does, is rallies behind, integrity, rallies behind the people that are trying to do the right thing. And, hopefully it's going to stick. So you guys got any last words? I'm going to shut this thing down.
No, man, just want to say thank you for having me on, Captain. And it was a good conversation. Maybe one thing, I actually want to ask you a question. Do you stake your Hex, or do you just hold it like liquid?
Well, first of all, I don't talk about my personal bags.
No, not the amount. No, just like, what do you think of staking, though? Like,
but here's the thing. I think, I've showed people staking ladders, and that I've built, staking ladders, and that I've built. I built a staking wall before we had Icosa and Hedron come out with the movable stakes, HSIs. So I taught how to stake. I think that if you're not staking your hex, you're missing the point. You're missing the game. You're missing the gains, because the gains that I see in staking, and I've staked since day one, is well above and beyond anything in any type of gains, even with the 10,000x that we've seen. And it's all about staking. It's all about those T-shares. It's all about building your bag bigger and bigger and bigger, because it doesn't matter the price of it today. What matters is the day that you need to take it out, and you want to have as much of it as possible. And Hex allows you to do that through a decentralized, immutable contract that nobody else has. Nobody else allows you to go out there and be a miner, basically, for just a few, shekels in the PulseChain L1 contract. Boom, 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 and you're staked. And everybody should be using that tool. And holding liquid is not doing you any good. This is a long-term game. Richard taught us that in the beginning. A lot of us didn't see it, didn't understand it at first. In fact, I staked before Big Payday came out, which was we were all going to get a bonus based on our stakes. I staked up most of all my stakes right in the beginning of the first year. I was going to pull a bunch out and make the gains and all that kind of stuff because, we were moving up. Everything was looking good. And I realized I had made a monster error, a huge mistake. And I even went to the community with it and said, hey, guys, if your stakes are over 50% done and you're coming out within the next year, right after Big Payday and all that, that's a mistake. You should be capitalizing right now on T-shares, because you're going to triple the size of your bag. And if you're pushing them out there 2, 3, 5, 10, 15 years, you're going to quadruple, 10x your bag by the time those stakes come out. So why would you waste that now and blow that now? Unstake, emergency unstake all of your bags that are halfway done that you can get your principal back and restake it. And I did, and I increased my bags by a whole 33% plus. And, I'm glad I did that, because if I had not done that, I would not be sitting on the amount of hex that I have now. And it's all about the staking. It's all about how many T-shares you can get. It's your value in those T-shares right now, because T-shares are cheap. I mean, look at the eHex T-shares. They are cheap, really, really cheap, dollar for dollar right now. And that's the value. You're buying miners for that much. So yes, I'm all about the staking. I think that if you're not staking, you're making a mistake. And we don't talk about that enough. And I keep saying that we don't talk about that enough, because that's all we talked about in the beginning, because it's all we had and that's all we understood. And we talked about how great it was. And we talked about the details of staking and why it's important and what it allows you to participate in. You're participating in the system. You're participating in inflation. You're participating in delayed inflation that may not ever see the light of day. You're participating in proof in the chain. That is real DeFi. That's what we all got into crypto for, other than the mad gains. Now, mad gains are, hopefully a byproduct of you doing the right things. And Richard laid out the right things for us to do. Richard didn't say to go create false narratives and buy meme coins and make each other buy it. He did not say that. He said, Hex is the best thing I've ever built. Here it is. Oh, wait, Hex got fucked up by Ethereum. I'm going to give you something better that makes Hex work better and reduce those fees and hopefully save you guys. So he built the L1. And he never said, I'm going to build this L1 for you guys to go out there and fuck each other up and scam each other. He said, maybe this L1 will bring the other coins in. Maybe this L1 will bring the other people in. And here, I'm going to make a system state over here. And hopefully, I don't know what they're going to do with those coins. They're just worthless anyway. Maybe they'll come over here and build something with it. No, the Hexicans got into it, got their hands into the cookie jar, and they started fucking with it. And they started, getting each other to go dig into narratives and do stuff and buy those things and make them try and do shit. And hey, there was all a bunch of great efforts. There's a whole bunch of great experiments out there. But Richard never said to go do those things. He said those things are for those people out there. I gave you guys something already, and it's called Hex. And here's an exchange so that you guys can go and do all that stuff in there and have at it. He never said anything. He said, I'm going to build these things for you guys. I'm going to let you sacrifice for freedom of movement, for freedom of speech, for freedoms. That's what I'm giving it to you for. You ain't getting shit from me. This is a sacrifice. You get nothing. Anything you put in here, you get nothing. I'm going to give you some worthless shekels. You guys go make them worth something. And everybody keeps saying, Richard's going to do this. And Richard already did what he said he was going to do. I heard the courts say that. I heard his lawyers say that to the courts. Richard did and said what he was going to do, and he did it. And that the judge said, that's good enough for me. I heard the judge say that. You guys want to wait. You guys are saying that what this guy said isn't what he said? He told you your shit's worthless. He told you you're giving your money to me, and you guys want to say he did something wrong? And people gave him the money, and he told them you're getting nothing? Yep. It's out there. You can go ahead and look it up on the YouTube search. What is it? Hexsearch.io. And you can see Richard telling you that a whole bunch of times. You get nothing. You get nothing. You don't get even any work from me. You get nothing. It's up to you. You want to build shit on it? Go ahead. You go do it. And still, everybody tries to think that Richard's behind it. And that Richard has to come and say. Richard has to come and do something. No. He gave you Hex. He gave you Hex to go out there. Greatest DeFi tool ever built. He gave that to you to go use. And people aren't using it. People aren't staking. People are sitting on bags hoping that they go up because it went up 10,000x one time. Or they paid 20, 30, 40 cents for this stuff, and they're waiting for it to go up so that they can cash out. Nope. Better go use it. Better go use what you've got. Dollar cost average yourself in right now, because if you got in at 40, 50, 30, 20, 10 cents, you can be getting you can be changing your whole dollar cost, your whole average in right now by buying it at a half a cent.
Oh yeah,
half a cent. If you feel like you got jacked, you should be buying it right now at a half a cent.
What do you think about EHEX though?
What do I think about EHEX?
Yeah, everyone likes EHEX right now mostly, right? Like no one talks about EHEX.
It is no different than the protocol that is on PulseChain. PulseChain treats the stakers better because it's cheaper for gas fees when it comes to S-load and staking it and doing the computations that the chain has to do. But it's the same exact product. I think they're equally as valuable. And in fact, I think that the give and take is Hex works better on PulseChain. Period. End of story. Hex is more valuable on Ethereum. Why? Because that's where the whole world sees it. That's where the whole world of crypto is going to want to get into Hex, is through the Ethereum blockchain. That's where people are going to want to come. How many people you think you're going to get out there to go bridge?
I agree.
Do all that shit to come into PulseChain. Okay. Now, you can, of course, go and onboard somebody through OKX and set their banks up and all that kind of stuff. Now, thank you, OKX. Thank you. You guys have made it easy. And if you haven't checked out OKX and Old Glory Bank and all that, they don't pay me. They have not done anything for me. But those guys, that's how you can onboard and fix your situation.
We have EHEX.
Having to do Ethereum and all that stuff. And not sure if you can grab it through yet, but you can always bridge back over again. I think you can. I think you can buy it on there.
Well, Uniswap has it, right?
Oh, I'm sorry, not OKX. Did I say OKX? Oh my gosh, it's OX Coast. OX Coast. I'm sorry.
Oh, OX Coast. Yeah, that one.
OX Coast. Oh my god.
Stable coin on.
I am sorry, OX Coast.
Oh,
I meant
that's
to say OX Coast, not OKX. But yes, OX Coast and Old Glory Bank, that's what I'm talking about. Those guys have done a great job of making it easy for us to onboard into the PulseChain. And I have to double check and see.
I can't use them here though in Canada. Eh? No, I don't think so.
Probably.
I think because I tried one time and I don't think they.
Yeah, they probably won't give you a bank.
Restrictions here or something, man. It's
So
it's a pain.
your U.S. citizenship.
I wish. Hopefully. Hopefully one day. Seriously.
Oh wait, Hopperman says that he uses OX Coast in Canada.
Oh, well, I don't know. I had a hard time getting. Then I just said that, but I gave up. Maybe I'll try again.
Yeah, Cape Frager says eHex is the end game long term because eventually fees will not always be cheap on PLS, but for now, PHEX is bread and butter. Yes, I think that the two chains will kind of equal out as far as fees go and congestion and all that kind of stuff. I don't know how close they'll get. I'm sure PulseChain will always kind of outperform it as far as that goes, but they will find more parity. Ethereum will obviously become better, I hope. I don't know. It's been strange. Ethereum's little run here has been strange. It seems like they haven't done anything in freaking 8 years.
The price is awful right now, Ethereum. I'm just like, oh my God, please do something.
So do something. Like, are you
1,700?
Like, are you the number 2 crypto in the world or what? And yeah, I mean, I think eHex is just as valuable because it's the same product. And I think that people are going to be waiting in line eventually for Hex because there is none. There's hardly any Hex out there. When it comes down to it, if the world really wanted to get in, it can't. There's not enough. People are going to be waiting in line for you to get your Hex. Oh, Hopperman says set up Wise account to convert to USD and send it to OX Coast.
Oh, okay.
That's how you do it. And I think Wise is through. I think you do that through. Is that MetaMask? You do that through? I think it is MetaMask. It has. Well, maybe they don't. They supported that a long time ago. So maybe Wise has its own platform or something now that it does. But I am not 100%. So use Wise to OX Coast. Yeah.
Nice. I'll check that out.
All right, fellas. Christopher, I appreciate you coming on, and I appreciate the criticism, and I appreciate your opinion. Like I said, there was a lot more information in the background here that needs to be figured out. I think that the right actions were taken against Rabby Wallet, and like I said, if they improve and somehow lean back into this community, I'm not saying for them to apologize, but to make things right and serve us again versus oh no, Wise is a bank. Okay, I was thinking about Wise. It used to be connected to the back end of its financial services. It used to be hooked into the back end of MetaMask. Something else. You guys can throw me the link maybe, or get it to SJ, and she'll put the link in here so everybody can take a look at Wise if it's an online bank or something. But anyway, if they do the right thing, then I think that this community will thank them for it in a way that they deserve to be thanked, and that is through their rankings and their ratings of their app. That they actually use as a service measurement tool, and hey, don't bite the hand that feeds you. If this community is giving you those 5s and moving your rankings up, then you should appreciate that. And they gave us a one service. So. All right, guys.
Yeah, well, look, thanks for letting me comment. This is the first stream that I have ever done in the last 4.5 years. I have, see, I don't even have a picture on my face, so sorry for that. Yes, I think knowing all this information now from Andy spending all this money, and maybe other people did. Look, I didn't know that. And thanks for having me on. I think if you are not for the Hex staking question, I think if you are not staking, you're not using it for what it was invented. For me, Hex is a tool that I use better than any other tools. I came into crypto from VeChain, Cardano, Sui, not Sui, was another game, and Binance. And when I was so against the whole thing because it was so dumb, it was just really just bad done. And when I came to Richard Hart talking about how can you hold something that by holding it gives you more of Hex in Hex terms, I thought that was a joke because I never actually know one in the spaces that I used to go. I used to talk about that, and then when I came in pretty much almost at the top, and some people explained me about Hex and the staking protocols, and thank God I listened to those back then. to stake it. And now I pretty much, after what, like 3.5 years, 4 years, then I pretty much tripled my bag, man. And that was my experience. It was awesome advice that I got from the community. Used to be a different community back then. One of those guys, Crispy's still around, but there was like another people like Tic Tac and Famous and the great advice back then, because if I would have just lived in liquid, I would have suffered a lot. I think if you came out now, for instance, me, I honestly try to I pretty much 50% stake it for 10 years. Then other than that, it's all from 2027, and then the other pretty much 50% I have it from pretty much the end of the year, each month. But I'm a small cat, right? So I don't have hundreds of millions. I don't have 50 millions of hex. I'm a small cat. My game plan is that I'm trying to build my bags of hex, PulseChain. I think hex is extremely undervalued. And I haven't bought a brand new shoes because I want more hex. And I think, yeah, and look, I know we have different opinions, RG3, even though we are playing the same game. Thanks for inviting me on, but closing thoughts, I think we should be into 10 million users. I think it's a joke that Solana is doing that well. I think it's a joke that we are not number one, but I guess there is, I believe we're gonna get our wins this bull market when it ends, and I think we all gonna do extremely well. I think the next bear market, you're gonna see a lot of people, new. I don't like to call it influencer, but I think you're gonna see a lot of passionate guys like me and others in these sub communities that are gonna have enough funds and enough liquidity to be able to start promoting in the right time in the next market, the whole chain. I think there is a lot of people that, unfortunately, they have been buying all these dips all these years, and now it's sort of like we're trying to do our best to market it as much as we can. I mean, in my circle, everyone knows that I am the crypto guy, but most of all the PulseChain guy and PulseX, even though I made terrible mistakes in the past by doing stupid things in the blockchain. But I think when we get our wins and we get our gains, I think there's going to be so much more. Because I think even though, the movie came out and doing 10,000x, and I think you guys, made a movie, and, there was cars, there were ads. And I think, the postcard, even though it's funny, but I think they're extremely effective. I think when the next cycle, I think there's going to be a lot of people where are going to do very well, and they're going to, try to get back and do help with the marketing. We would like to do it, but unfortunately, we don't have. I prefer to buy the coin at this point instead of spending for marketing, and that's an honest opinion. I prefer to buy PulseX. I prefer to buy Hex on Ethereum. I prefer to buy Hex on PulseChain at this stage. But I'm looking for the gains to put it into game, and like you guys, like I saw you guys traveling to Italy, traveling to Europe, and that's it's not like I'm jealous, but I think that's awesome, and it's the result of a good chart. You guys did really well at the beginning, so I think we're still gonna do that, but I think it's a lot of guys like me, and they still don't believe it. I think that all this gatekeeping is extremely exhausting. It's really tiring, but we're not going anywhere. And I'm happy to be part of this whole movement. So
thanks, Christopher. Look, man, just trust in the process and stick around and watch what we do, and stay behind us and help us out. All right, everybody.
Can you finish it in bullishness? Is there something that we should looking for? Any good news? Any spice? Something apart from Richard Hart coming back, Jack?
Right now.
Give me something. Give me something.
we're just here, man. We're still here and we're still doing it. So just stick with the plan. Keep moving forward, keep building, keep bringing people to the chain. Now's the time for people to get in. Nobody's seen prices like this. This is a half a cent. I mean, come on. We should be onboarding like crazy. Everybody, thank you for coming. I got to go. I got to get myself packed up. I got a trip I got to go on. I appreciate you guys coming on and having the conversation and clearing some things up. Everybody have a good one. We'll see you next week. See you. Bye.